I remember the night so clearly. It was the kind of darkness that presses against your bones, heavy and suffocating. The kind that makes you question whether you'll ever find light again. I was standing in a cramped, dimly lit basement of my parents' house, clutching a battered notebook filled with sketches and notes. My heart pounded like it wanted to escape my chest, my hands trembling with a mix of fear and fury. For the first time, I truly understood what it meant to be mocked. Not just dismissed, but spat on, called naive, told I'd fail, and that I was an embarrassment to everything my family stood for. That night, I chose to leave behind the shadows of doubt and step into my own future. My pursuit of urban ethnobotany was, to say the least, unconventional. I was a botanical researcher, obsessed with overlooked plants, those weeds growing in cracks, neglected corners, and abandoned lots, and their hidden healing powers. I believed that within these resilient green fighters of the city lay cures for ailments, hope for those who couldn't access traditional medicine, and the new path forward. But my family saw it differently. They ridiculed me, called my ideas primitive, quack science, and a joke. They told me I was wasting my education, wasting my life, that I'd never amount to anything. When I lost my position after my groundbreaking research was stolen and twisted by academic peers who plagiarized my work and dismissed me, I thought I hit bottom. Their words echoed in my mind even as I turned to the streets, hunting for plants, developing green therapies with overlooked flora. What followed was nearly a decade of solitary, relentless work. I poured my soul into foraging, studying, experimenting. My small apartment became a greenhouse of sorts, clippings and roots, herbs and blossoms from forgotten alleyways, parks, and abandoned lots. I faced ridicule from everyone who couldn't see beyond their narrow worldview. "That's not real science," they sneered. "You're just a hippie," they whispered. But I kept going, because somewhere inside me, I knew I was onto something real. I saw the potential, the power of these humble plants to heal and restore. And slowly, that conviction paid off. My green therapies gained recognition. First in local communities, then in alternative medicine circles. I documented case after case, people with chronic pain finding relief from plant extracts, urban landscapes transforming into lush, healing ecosystems. Official science initially dismissed me, but as evidence mounted, I became a pioneer in city-based medicinal plant research. When the media picked up my story, I knew I'd crossed the threshold. I had proved that what was once mocked as primitive was, in fact, revolutionary. The day I finally returned home to my parents' house was unlike any other. I didn't tell them I was coming. They wouldn't have believed I could get this far. I wanted the moment to unfold naturally, to let them see the truth for themselves. So I arrived unannounced, standing before the barren backyard of my childhood home. What I saw made my chest tighten. The yard had been cracked, overgrown with weeds, a symbol. But then I reached into my bag and pulled out a handful of vibrant native plants, those city survivors I'd nurtured and cultivated into thriving communities. Within months, I transformed this wasteland. I cleared away the debris, planted medicinal herbs, native flowers, and climbing vines, turning what was once a symbol of failure into a lush, living testament to resilience and hope. I worked patiently, tirelessly, creating a sanctuary of healing. The garden became a vibrant mosaic of green, a testament to the power of overlooked nature and lost potential. When I finally revealed it to my family, their jaws dropped. My father, who once called me a fool, stared, eyes wide with disbelief. My mother's hands trembled as she brushed her hair back, trying to process what she saw. My siblings, who had teased me relentlessly, looked on in stunned silence, unsure whether this was real or some cruel joke. And then I spoke, voice steady and unwavering. This is what your mockery couldn't see. This is what I've built, something rooted in resilience, hope, and science you dismissed as primitive. I turned the dirt you scoffed at into life. I proved that even in a city's shadows, there's healing waiting to be found. I've done what you said was impossible, not just for myself, but for everyone who's been told they're too small, too insignificant, too foolish to dream. The silence stretched, thick with unspoken regret. My family looked at the vibrant greenery surrounding us, plants thriving in cracks, roots breaking through concrete, a tiny forest born from rejection and doubt. I watched their faces shift from incredulity to something darker, embarrassment, shame, and maybe, just maybe, acknowledgement. That night, as I sat with them around the newly blooming garden, I realized something profound. The lesson wasn't just about plants or success. It was about the relentless pursuit of a dream, despite every voice telling you it's impossible. It was about resilience, using what others dismiss as trash, primitive, unscientific, to forge something magnificent. And it was about redemption, finding your worth in your work and in yourself, no matter how harsh the world or your own family's bouts. You see, the real victory isn't in fame or recognition. It's in the conviction to keep going, to turn pain into purpose, and to build something that outlives the criticism. Because in the end, the universe rewards those who refuse to give up, who see potential where others see failure. And I've learned this. Your truth can bloom even in the harshest soil, if you tend it with unwavering hope and relentless courage. I stand here now, not just as a botanical researcher or urban healer, but as a living testament that even the most dismissed dreams can grow into something extraordinary. And that's the ultimate victory, knowing that you've proven the doubters wrong by rising from the ashes of rejection to create a legacy rooted in resilience and renewal.